Looky, looky, a little keepsake for you guys. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails. Guys, I am just making a quick video here to discuss with you guys. A lot of us have gotten refunds and for our relics because of the impending changes to the different characters, the off metas being nerfed, etc. We've talked about that and talked about that and talked about that, and we cannot stop. But right now, it's in progress, guys. It's happening, and we need to make good decisions based on this, right? I mean, if we're going to stay in the game and we want to be competitive, which a lot of you watch this channel because of that, and just, in terms of us trying to make good decisions in the game. I mean, this is a resource allocation game, I guess you could call it, and we're going to be successful based on that margin of making good decisions. And so I'm not saying that I'm the sole arbiter of truth. I'm telling you guys from my GAC standpoint what I think we should do. And so we have 4 different characters that we can be refunded on. I mean, I think you could be refunded on Watt as well, in fact, and that's not in the picture here. And I'll just say right now, if you had a Relic 8 Watt and they refunded you to 7, you just take that as having been really lucky because you made a bad choice, and you should be happy that they got you out of jail free, because Relic 8 Watt is a bad choice. So anyways, unless you want to do that for some reason, then I don't feel like you could say it's a good choice, but that's beside the point. Let's go to the game and look at this. I think honestly we could just stay here and look at these characters too. I mean, here's the thing, folks. I think there's a couple that are going to be really good, and that are they're just in different stages of their life. Let's go from left to right here. We have Vader. Let's go to the game. I'm trying to make this video shorter. That's why I'm debating. Let's go though. Alright, here we are, folks. We're in the game, and you can see I got refunds for all 4 of those characters, and I haven't claimed them yet because I want to make sure that I'm being wise with my stuff. But here's the thing, folks. So let's look at these different characters. Let's look at them from left to right from what I had on the little chart. We can look at General Skywalker first. He looks a little bit different. He looks kind of angsty. I kind of like him. I don't know if this is new art or if I just recently started looking at it because his little thumbnail's different, but I kind of like it. Doesn't really. You guys aren't here for my artistic take on the art. Okay, so General Skywalker, I would say put it back on him. Put Relic 8 back on him. If you don't have him Relic 8, I think if your account is in the stage of the game that you need it, then Relic 8 is wise. There are 1,000 reasons. Number 1, though, I mean, the most obvious one, for those of you who are chasing Lord Vader, you need him Relic 8 anyways. They've already announced that. So you're going to need him that regardless of if he's the worst character ever. But I think there is a lot to like about his new kit. No, he's not going to be as huge of a threat against Galactic Legends. I do think he's still going to pack a punch and still do a lot. I think he'll end up being with 501st quite a bit more, because when they knock him down, it only takes 5 turns for him to stand up again, instead of the 10 that's currently going to be here. So for him, in my opinion, he is a slam dunk. Put it back on Relic 8 all the way for him. And then once he gets Relic 9, I would not be surprised if he's a candidate. We'll have to see from there what kind of damage. We may need to remod him. I'll do a video on remods if that's going to be significantly different. But for right now, he's good where he's at. Relic 8. Well, he's 7. He's not at 8 anymore, but that's where he's at for GAC lock. Vader is a little more interesting. So he got better in GAC against non-galactic legends, because every time someone takes damage from dots, they're going to heal his protection. And so, just recently I had a fight with Vader against Geonosians, and things went a little bit sideways from what I thought they would go, where I thought they would go, and in the end, I would have ended up getting an extra banner because of that. Like, he's going to be able to solo things more often with that ability, just because of that. But his calling blade is going to be less. This one is the one, in my opinion, that has the most question marks. He's not going to be the engine of destruction that he used to be, at least in the old way. Like, it's going to take longer for him to do stuff. Like, I don't know how often we're going to be one-shotting people. I think, so for me, I think Relic 8 makes sense. I do think Relic 8 makes sense for him because his Culling Blade is going to be doing significantly less. I think he's going to be doing more in the other phases of the fight, and so I think against against squads, he's going to end up being more potent, more powerful, and I think Relic 8 is going to be good. Also, his ship is pretty good on an off-meta fleet, granted, but I mean, his ship is good. He's not going to be doing the crazy damage that he could do in the raid. I know that a lot of people have talked to me about that. I don't know raids that well, if we're just being totally honest. Watt is going to reduce it's going to reduce Vader's utility in the raid, but I will say I do think that he's going to be good in PvP. Still, I think his role may be relegated to something else, but Relic 7 on him is going to be good. He's the kind of character, though, who does damage in huge bursts, and every relic you get counts. He's an attacker, like a top tier attacker. I should really rate all the different attackers at some point, huh? Do like a tier list. I know that Arnold does it. Maybe we could get some drama going, because he's, as we disagree about things that he's obviously wrong about. No, I actually have not seen those, but it would be kind of fun to do that. So, all right, Jedi Luke, folks. Now, he's the one I think I'm going to end up reducing a little bit. I think Relic 7 is fine for him. You need 7 to get Jedi Master Luke, so if, don't necessarily overdo it. I think, okay, so here's the thing. He's still a really good character. I was looking at it, and he doesn't have, we can see his kit currently, so what they're taking away this Jedi's Will here. Let's see. All attacks ignore defense when he has Jedi's Will, and that is really good. So like Darth Revan and company, when you're fighting them, if you're going to use that in 3v3, he used to be like, oh, well, cool, like hit me, and then I'll just kill Malak in a couple hits, and that was nice. However, he's going to be gaining extra damage on his physical, I believe. I forget what it is. Off the top of my head, I did my research, and now I just forgot about it. He doesn't look that different, frankly. I think the biggest thing was taking away the lack of offense, or the ignore defense piece of Jedi's Will, and honestly, he's gonna still be really good. Like, his big stun is awesome, his leadership is awesome, and he's still going to do a lot of damage. I just don't think it's going to be as transcendent. His team is not going to be able to take down Galactic Legends, as is kind of the CG, hope and everything. I do think eventually I'm going to want him Relic 8. I think right now I'm struggling with relics, and he is probably just going to donate his Relic 8 materials to his mom. Padme's going to get his Relic 8. I think we can make do with Relic 7 where he's at, because his role is so reduced. Relic 8 was my second Relic 8, I believe. Gosh, if I say Relic 8 enough, does it start sounding like I'm saying relegate? Anyways, Relic 8, I got him on Relic 8 because he was killing Supreme Leader Kylo so well. He's not going to have to do that anymore. His role is going to be significantly reduced. I don't even know where he's going to end up now. Probably just with some Jedi leader. just hanging out, doing his thing, doing damage, killing lesser squads. And I think Relic 7 right now is a fine place for him to be, because his kit isn't just damage, it's also making, if you want him as a leader, it's going to be utility of keeping him slow-ish to keep the rest of the squad slow. I don't really like that necessarily personally, but he also has that huge, ridiculously overpowered, everyone gets stunned no matter what ability, and that's pretty nice. Maybe you want to get him fast just because of that. I don't know. You get to dispel on his basic still. He's still going to do a whole lot of things, and he's still going to do a lot of damage. I just don't think he relies on that damage as much in his current role, or his next role, whatever, his next stage of life. We'll see. The 3v3, I want to test and see how he is against Darth Revan moving forward, because I do think he's going to end up doing a little bit extra damage, even though maybe the ignored defense was too good. Darth Revan just doesn't have that much defense anyways, that team, because of whatever it's called, their stacks of things. You know, guys, I'm like this top tier player who knows the names of stuff. Don't mind me. All right, final one, guys, and this one to me is a no-brainer. We're at Relic 5 now, and Dark Trooper didn't get a nerf. His utility against Sith Eternal Emperor just got a nerf. That's the only reason he got refunded, was specifically because they thought maybe because Sith Eternal is getting a change and everything, they're changing him, that Dark Trooper was going to, the people had geared him specifically to kill Sith Eternal, which is fine, a lot of people did, and now they're like, okay, well, you only want him Relic 5 now, right? And the answer to that, in my opinion, is no, you absolutely want him to be able to take out a lot of things that are really strong. In 3v3, he is actually really good at taking down Commander Luke. You want him. It's always a little bit iffy, though. If you get him Relic 8, he's going to be able to take down Commander Luke pretty consistently. I haven't seen him fail at Relic 8. I've seen people fail at lower relics at that. He also is someone who's trying to punch Malak and stuff, trying to counter Darth Revan, and again, you need as much damage as you can squeeze out of him. Relic 8, it's one of the safest Relic 8s in the game right now, and I will be putting that on instantly. I think for him, it is going to go... It's going to just be the most obvious one, personally. So, anyways, let me know what you think in the comments, guys. I'm going to let you go here. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm publishing this way earlier than normal just because people are already making decisions. I want you to make good decisions yourself. I think that this makes a lot of sense. So, please, once again, let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. And remember that in all things, Zareth prevails, and Jedi Luke doesn't. He gets robbed. His mom steals from him, it's sad. Goodbye.